inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Damiere Byrd returning it. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Here comes Cohen. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Fields. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally You and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat, any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
And all the way to the opposite 45. A full 40 yards that time on third down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. First carry now for David Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago.
Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Second down. Here's Mostert again.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's got some space here. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, CD, really, the play call was pretty good. I mean, the jet sweep worked up until the crucial part where he lost the football.
Yeah, and you would expect him to hold on to the ball. You're handing it to a wide receiver who touches it all the time. That's what they do. A real surprise that he dropped it in that situation.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big body.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Second down and 3. The Lance going to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too, and he showed it off here.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay,
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On second down now, it's Montgomery looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Throwing on third down, Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
In your face.
From the 44, Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Fields throwing again.
Flush to his right. He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Fields
being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Now it's Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Fields now to throw.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. As the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Lance now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Aiyuk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Back to Montgomery on second down.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Lance. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Throwing now is Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now Gold for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Here's Cohen now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Flushed out right. It's Williams on the catch. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Let's go. Do you tighten up? Hey, one set. Check right 54. Right 54.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Here's Fields.
That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyrell Williams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have broken the tie. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 9, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give to Mostert running right.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Gold to add the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
three. Check three. Check 31. 6. Pull it. Pass.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defense in front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
He's tight right here. He's tight to the right. Tight to the right. Hey, we got four down.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to Robinson. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Let's keep those sticks moving. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Pick your game up. Slam.
Back to throw. Fields fighting to stay upright. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Here we go. 37's the mic. Mike 37. You don't want to know one. Get it. Pick up the ball. Watch the safety creep.
They snap it to Fields. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Mostert. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Bears 21. Robbie Gould taking off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It's our time. Check.
From the 27, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Let's go.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
57. Mike 57.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, what's that? What's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This one swung out to Montgomery. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Watch that end. Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down. Short, short. 3 down. 3 down. Yeah. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
They'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Bird now ready to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Lance now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And this is good. Ronnie Gold knocks it through in a pressure spot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it.